Welcome back to Hot Factor 90.3 Nigeria. Info and her input Harcourt and Dial. 11 minutes gone past 5. Discussions continue. Thanks for staying tuned. And the matter we'll discuss it next. Well, earlier it was breaking news, courtesy several dailies. The Punch has it captioned thus: Senate passes bill scrapping HND BSc Dichotomy. And if you check out the version from The Nation, Senate passes bill abolishing HND BSc Dichotomy as well. But let's got some more details, so let's go there. The Senate on Wednesday read for the third time and passed a bill that seeks to end discrimination between first degrees graduates from universities and higher national diploma HND holders from polytechnics in the country. The passage of the bill followed the consideration of the report of the Senate Joint Committee on Establishment and Public Service Matters and Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund during plenary. Chairman of the Joint Committee, Senator Ibrahim Shekarau, in his report said, quote, "The enactment of the bill to abolish and prohibit discrimination between first degrees and higher national diploma for the purpose of employment in Nigeria will no doubt free holders of HND from stagnation and ensure balanced treatment with their counterparts from other higher tertiary institutions in Nigeria," end of quote. Now, he added that the abolishment of the existing dichotomy between HND holders and graduates of universities would meet the huge manpower needs of Nigerians, ensure social justice and enhanced corporate governance, as well encourage patriotic contributions amongst HND employees in both public and private sectors. Senate President Ahmed Lawan, in his contribution, said the passage of the bill would serve as motivation for polytechnic graduates. We'll get to some of the other details later on, but joining me right now via phone for this conversation, and we're exploring, amongst several things, what's the implication of this abolishment, or dichotomy abolishment, if you will, is Chairman of ASUU at the University of Harcourt, Dr. Austen Sado. Dr. Sado, good evening to you. You're welcome to the show.
Good evening, Dayo, and thank you for having me on your program.
First question: what's your immediate reaction when you heard the story about a bill abolishing HND BIC dichotomy? Your immediate reaction?
Same story, same output, no development. Just the most that we are a nation that goes around a circle without moving forward. I do not imagine that a mere pronouncement or a legislation on the dichotomy between BSc and HND was going to achieve anything meaningful. It's not going to help our educational system. It's not going to help our industrial sector. I do not know who stands to benefit from it.
Now, Dr. Sado, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, what I'm asking you next is a two-pronged question. But correct me if I'm wrong. There is supposed to be a dichotomy. I suppose that by their very nature and constitution, there is supposed to be a dichotomy. And a dichotomy is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm looking at the definition here in front of me. Dichotomy means a division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. So now the HND or the training in the Polytechnic and the university, whilst there might be certain similarities, but they are different. That's why the institutions, even in their makeup and constitution, are different. And that's why even the degrees that they award as well are different. So am I wrong to say that they were intrinsically, originally designed to have this dichotomy? Is something wrong with that dichotomy? And if there's something wrong with the way the dichotomy exists at the moment, if there's a negative perspective to it or side to it, what is responsible for this negative dichotomy?
Well, I think theoretically and historically, the dichotomy was there from the beginning, and it ought to be by the conceptualization of those programs. If we had moved on our development journey according to the several developmental plans of this nation, we probably wouldn't come to this point. The focus of the HND program was actually to produce people who will work in the industrial sector with hands-on skill to drive the economy of the nation, while the university was to be saddled with research and development training of higher level manpower, particularly with interest in research for development. Unfortunately, we didn't actually pick off on our development plan, and everybody was now considered for employment in the same market. So you see people who have HND in maybe mechanical engineering, who are also just getting job as civil servants like any other person who will have.
Or even applying for jobs in banks as well, with those who have BScs in banking and finance.
So that's it. So because of that, the dichotomy became something that is negative, because it will assume, well, at least that's what it is, that a BSc is higher in evaluation than a HND, and it doesn't. This is not to denigrate or to say that the HND was not a good certificate, but by the planning, the focus was to ensure that we have people with hands-on skill industrially. And if we had moved on as expected, the challenge of meeting the employment need of this nation will not have been a problem, and people will just have that degree, do whatever they want to do, and have a decent living. And the problem or the condition of having to think of dichotomy will mean nothing to the people. But because we do not have the space to absorb these people, every person is struggling for the same kind of job. And that is why the dichotomy has become something to discuss about.
So you're saying that this pronouncement, because I mean it don't seem that way, I do concede, this pronouncement will not necessarily affect this negative dichotomy. How so? I mean it's supposed to be. I mean it's going to become law once the president gives his assent to it. How come it will not have any impact in your estimation?
Okay. Now, in operation, the dichotomy gives a step higher for BSc, and may even for all the period of career of any person with a HND may never go beyond the guy who has a BSc. So if you have people employed in the ministry, for example, on the same date, one with a HND, the other one with a BSc, the BSc guy is placed ahead, and he's naturally going to continue to lead. So if you, by legislation, say there is no dichotomy, what you are simply saying is that I am now going to consider that I will never take any HND. And there is no law that's going to determine for any employer what you are going to take. So I determine now that for every entry level in my employment, you need a BSc. How does that take care of the people with HND? Even when you have said that they are equivalent now, but the paper says the person has a HND. So in advertisement, you say, well, BSc or its equivalent. And government is not going to determine that equivalent at the screening point. So when you say BSc and equivalent, the guy with HND is going to apply as well as the guy with BSc. And it gets into the Human Resources Department and they remove all the ones with HND. There's nothing government will do about it. Nobody is going to be in prison about it. So because the space is very small. And government hasn't done anything to improve our industrialization process. So you can imagine
if I'm following you correctly or rightly, what you're saying is that at the moment, because of the different kinds of trainings that they get, the output of the BSc holder is different from the HND holder, and that is so by design. And that's why when employers employ, there is that dichotomy which is perceived as negative by, in some circles. For example, when it comes to remuneration, businesses may want to pay a BSc holder higher than they will pay an HND holder. But if there's a law that says that they should not be seen differently, that means you may have to pay them on the same, put them on the same level, and then employers might just go out to say, you know what, okay, we won't take HND. They won't outrightly say we won't take HND holders, but they will put measures in place in-house to ensure HND holders don't get in. Is that what you're saying?
That's absolutely what I'm saying. And there will be no mechanism by government to determine that government does not own those organizations or companies, and so government cannot control that. That law will only work in the ministry.
I was coming to that because I imagine that even recruitment into the civil service might have certain laws or clauses in place that even identifies this dichotomy. Now, if this becomes law, what it means, I suppose, is employment in the civil service, which can be directly controlled by government, I suppose, will mean that HND and BSc holders are on the same level and can be employed maybe even on an equal basis as well. So in some ways, it does work, doesn't it?
Yeah, it works. But you're asking of what expansion do we have to accommodate people? You will only be dealing with the people who are yet in the system. And so if you have to get people for government organizations, yes, it will work, because government will now say, if you have HND, if you have BSc, it's the same. And the difference in placement will no longer be there. But in a nation such as Nigeria, or any nation for that matter, employment by government counts for little or nothing in the economy. And so if you want that, this law is not solving any problem of employment. It's just going to solve the problem of ensuring that those who are employed or those who are likely to be employed in the government sector do no longer suffer this discrimination of having certain bar placed ahead of them. They have some glass ceiling where they could not aspire beyond, and but it's not going to do anything beyond that.
It is Halifax 9213 Nigeria Info and here in Port Harcourt. You're welcome to join the conversation. And topic once again: Senate passes bill abolishing HND BSc dichotomy. Lines officially open 0817 923 0002 or 0003 or 0007. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. You can tweet at Nigeria Info PH or send a WhatsApp message, if you will, on 0809 030 6416. And via Facebook, Eddie Nwakwo goes, very soon they will scrap the dichotomy for PGD and MSc. Franco Confidence goes, every objective-minded individual would consider a BSc as minimum qualification for any public office holder before considering passing the bill to scrap HND BSc dichotomy. Good evening, Dyer. We go for a quick break right now. We'll return in a moment. Headline is 5:30 p.m. Discussions continue right afterwards. Do please stay with us.
Connect with customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on
Mega with the news. One chance robbery gang arrested in Port Harcourt. Police arrest suspects following killing of aide to Benue State Governor Samuel Otom on security. Nigeria Police Force parades 81 suspects for kidnapping, banditry, other crimes. Twitter deletes President Buhari's tweet threatening to treat Nigerians misbehaving in the language they understand. Federal government accuses social media giant Twitter of double standards for deleting controversial posts by President Buhari. Prospective JAMB candidates in Port Harcourt say registration process still tedious amid deadline extension. On the foreign scene, Israel elects 11th president. In business, First Bank of Nigeria Limited denies closure of Southeast branches over insecurity. In entertainment, Nigerian rapper MI launches hashtag I am Igbo too campaign. In sports, Barcelona makes third signing of week with Brazil defender Emerson Royal. And those are the headlines. Contact our newsroom on 0818 900 0017. Thank you for listening.
We connect you to the world. We connect you to the vicinity. We are Nigeria Info.
Listen to me. I said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it. You're trying to insinuate all these people looting Nigeria's money?
This is Nigeria Info in the heart of Nigeria. 92.3. We are Nigeria Info.
What we do goes beyond bringing you the news. We give you a chance to talk about it. Your opinion, your voice.
This is 92.3 Nigeria Info, Port Harcourt.
Your number one news, talk, and sports radio station.
And now, Hard Facts. Hard Facts with Dio.
Welcome back to Hot Factor 91.3 Nigeria Info and her in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. 27 to go before 6 p.m. Discussions continue at this time, and we're discussing the situation. Senate, by the way, lines are officially open. Join the conversation right now. Senate passes bill abolishing HND BSc Dichotomy. It's the matter that's being discussed at the moment. And once again, the lines are officially open. I'm taking calls right now. My guest was joined me via phone, Chairman of ASUU at the University of Port Harcourt, Dr. Austen Sado. Dr. Sado, you're welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Once again, also join us via Twitter, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Okay, I think I'll be taking the calls myself. Hello, Hard Factor, welcome. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're welcome, go ahead.
Hi, Dio.
Hello.
Yeah, the Senate passes a bill on HND and BSc Dichotomy. At least that will go a long way.
A long way. Hello, Hard Factor, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good, go ahead.
Okay, Caleb from away.
Go ahead, Caleb.
Okay, but Mr. Mayor, HND and BSc, I went to Polytechnic and I went to university. So I'm speaking from experience now.
Oh, okay.
There is no difference between these two people. Our government is complicating the issues. A BSc must deliver on your own. In engineering, we have engineering family. We have BSc, we have HND, the OND and technical people. Now, HND man, it complements BSc man. So this is just like husband and wife. You complement each other and not segregating them. And pay them the same salary. That is the way it was designed to be. So in school, those in Polytechnic, they do most of practical. While those in they do theory. That's how it is in India. All the textbooks used in engineering in Nigeria, most of them are from India. But they don't copy people from there. So they abolish it and ensure that private sectors adhere people to it. Pay them the same salary. So that people will know after it, and you start talking to go to university because of dichotomy. It's too bad.
But hello, Caleb. Now the thing is, if you I don't know if you listened to this conversation from inception. You say there's no difference. There's no difference, but you also alluded. It's interesting because even in your analogy, you alluded to a difference. You said it's like a husband and wife that to complement each other. You're right with that. A husband and a wife are to complement each other. Does not mean that the husband and the wife are the same, but they're very nomenclature, by their very biology and chemistry, they are very, very different entities.
Now, when you talk about complementing each other, it means that this one cannot do without this one. That's what it means. Because BSc man cannot design and bring that prototype and still go to the field and implement it. Just like
you're right, but if you, once again, which is why I'm concerned if you listen to this conversation from the start, because my guest alluded to what you're saying, but he also went further. He said, how then can you grow this sector? Because the economy is not growing at the rate it's supposed to grow, if it's growing at all. And that's why we're having even this situation of a dichotomy, because if we had technology growing and other arms of our economy growing at the rate at which it should, we wouldn't even be having a conversation about dichotomy, because anybody who goes to a polytechnic, even OND holders, will be adequately engaged.
Well, I quite agree with you, but it's unfortunately that
the reason an HND holder in mechanical engineering is applying to a bank right now is because he can't get a job to practice what he studied in school.
What is the problem? They are even confusing themselves. The economy is scattered, the education is scattered, and yes, the dichotomy is still there. As you the industries are working, we will not be talking of this. In India, we have polytechnic of university. They theory and practical and small scale, and the balance is social.
All right, Caleb. Dr. Kusana, you want to take it from where the caller ended?
No, I think he also answered his question, and it is just for us to have a basic understanding of what these programs were designed to do. At the time I finished secondary school, many of my classmates at that time got jobs, some of them factory jobs and all that, in the factories, and they didn't continue their education. Neither did they go to the polytechnic nor the university. And some of them today, their children are also having children already. So at that, it is because we do not have space for people, and very soon we are going to have need to legislate that master's degree will be the same thing as BSc. You recall that earlier in the day, there are people who became professors in the university beyond their first degree. We moved to a point where people could become professors with a master's degree. As we speak today, if you do not have a PhD, you cannot be a professor. And are we saying that these people who have PhDs today, who are becoming professors, that they are better professors than those professors who were professors with master's degree? Absolutely no. So the point I'm making here is legislation is not going to change anything about the quality of what we have or development drive we need in this country. We need to put our acts together and begin to do the work, and so that people can determine as well at whatever point in time what they want to do in life. And whether you want to do HND, initially it used to be a choice. There were people who left, who rejected admission into the university to pursue a program or a HND program. Today, nobody wants to do that. Of course, no thanks to this dichotomy. But the basis of that dichotomy is not because there are differences in the program or in the quality of the living. It's because we have gradually shifted our focus from what that program was designed to achieve to just giving paper qualification.
Well, we got Michael from Bayelsa. You're welcome, Michael. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Dio, I'll be looking at it from an entirely different perspective.
That's fine.
Now, from my point of view, I want to say that the lawmakers, they know that there is dichotomy. They know that these two qualifications are not the same and can't be the same. But some of them, they are especially the indicator of the field, have a vested interest. If you investigate them, it's a inferiority complex that is their problem. Some of them have the HND, and they have the inferiority complex that the BSc holders are higher, and as such. So they are trying to see how they can synchronize it, to balance it up together as if there is no difference, there is no dichotomy. They should be at par. It's just a vested interest thing. Otherwise, even a first-year student of the university would know that there is dichotomy. There's no truth about it. Even your guest on phone has explained it. Thank God he is a university lecturer. He's in the system. He differentiates that of the BSc and HND. He told us that BSc is that of research and all that. Not as if you teaching the HND, they contribute to the development of the economy too, but they are not the same at the issue. So I'm looking at it from an entirely different perspective.
Michael, good to hear from you as well. We do have to wrap this up in a moment, I suspect. As a matter of fact, yes, but maybe can I take any more calls? I'm not sure that I can right now, but via WhatsApp. Good evening, Dio. It may interest you to know that some professors in engineering in the university don't know how to hold a screwdriver or plier. That's on Caleb in a worry. Caleb, I very much doubt that. Dr. Sado, do you agree with Caleb that professors in engineering universities don't know how to hold a screwdriver?
Honestly, I hope the choice of word will not be offensive. I rather will have said that is quite pedestrian. It's ridiculous that anyone could suggest that.
I think I align with your position. The dichotomy between BSc and HND is only in the public sector, where workers are being retrenched in large numbers amid cry for implementation of minimum wage. The problem we have now is about employment, not certificates. However, if I want to employ anybody now, I will simply set a test to determine performance and not whether the candidate attended Harvard. Is it BSc obtained from Nigerian universities that spent 1 year on strike and graduated students after 3 weeks in school? That's from Bob. All right. BSc and HND aren't the same, especially in engineering. HND holder is a technologist. Technologists are more practically oriented. An HND graduate can't seal an engineering drawing. In fact, they shouldn't even design. You can verify this from Koran. All right, Dr. Sado, your closing remarks on this in a minute, please.
I think we should be more progressive in our policies. We just don't try to solve a problem by creating another problem. It's not just about this policy or this educational sector. We must sit down as a people, as a nation, to determine where we're going to be in the next 5-10 years and put program and policies in place to drive it. If we pull ourselves out of the wood, this legislation will actually count for nothing. And I want to tell our lawmakers that nobody should beat his chest that they have done something about this, because no problem has been solved.
Dr. Sado is chairman of ASUU at University of Port Harcourt. Dr. Sado, many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Dio.
We've got a commercial break coming up. Major news at 6 p.m. I return after that with open season. Do please stay with us.